Hey everybody, welcome back to Throttle Grotto. Tonight I'm working on the Cyborg again, getting some more stuff assembled, and I've got some help tonight, and we're going to get a whole bunch of really cool info on what makes this Cyborg a unique, cool car. Stay tuned. Hi everybody, I am here with Kyle from Touge Trial, and we are here working on the Cyborg tonight. And I thought we'd just get a couple minutes because between him and a couple other guys on his channel, they have more information on this car than probably anyone left on the planet. So why don't you go ahead and tell everyone a little bit about this car and kind of what makes it special.
Sure. This is a 1993 Mitsubishi Mirage Cyborg Type RS. All the Lancer Evolution 1 through 3 parts are interchangeable with this car. So what would be interesting to most people, as we know the Lancer is super popular, every part on this car is essentially interchangeable with the Lancer Evolution 1 through 3, including the 4G63 turbo that bolts right into it. It was built as a competitor for the EG6, Honda, and the front-wheel drive 1.6 liter class twin cam high output cars like the SIR Civic, the EG2, which is a Del Sol with the B16, the Nissan Pulsar VZR N1 and VZR regular, also like the Sprinter True Nose and Corolla 11 1.6 with the 20 valve front drive cars from the early 90s. This car was every bit as capable as that car. This particular version is the Type RS, which was, I think, the most rare version because you couldn't just go to the Mitsubishi dealer in Japan and buy it. You had to order it for, it was basically you bought this car. It's the Type R of the Mirage series. It came with no air conditioning, no power windows, no sunroof. Interestingly, it didn't come with a limited slip differential like the Type Rs and the VZR and the Sprinter True Nose and Corolla 11s did. But it was something that you could bolt in pretty easily since all the parts are interchangeable with Lancer Evolution parts. That's about it. It's a 5-speed manual steering, very bare bones, but very quick. 8,200 RPM redline, 1.6, Myvec engine. It's a 4G92 non-turbo with a Myvec. It uses the same, it's a 4G series engine, so as you can imagine, parts are still pretty available for it for most parts of the car, but of course parts like seats and dashboards and body panels are long since extinct, but we've got one. I've had it about 8 years. It's just been in pieces in my garage. My buddy Kenji, he bought the car 12 years ago. I've now owned it twice as long as he had. He was in Canada. It was importable to him, but not to the US at the time. I actually imported this car in pieces, and it's been sitting in my garage thanks to Jeff here from Throttle Grotto. He's a glutton for punishment, and he volunteered to put the car together for some shits and giggles, basically. But here we are. We're about, I don't know, what would you say, 40% done?
Yeah,
30 to 40% done?
Yeah. One of the big hurdles that we had, I'll show you guys one of the big hurdles that we had getting this car. So one of the big struggles we had was this fuel tank sender right here, fuel pump assembly. One of the problems is this line got completely twisted when someone took the car apart, and then they cut this line. So there is literally none of those lines available anywhere, and no one could make it. So one of the things we came across was a brand new fuel tank, which is going to make some of this, putting it back together with a brand new fuel tank is a huge bonus. But we were at a junkyard and found this whole assembly with hose and the fuel pump and everything all intact. And we didn't realize we had the new fuel pump until the fuel tank until the other day. But now that we have the new fuel tank, we're going to swap everything into the new fuel tank, put that in the car. We've got the trailing arms are over here with brand new bushings ready to get pressed in this week, and then we'll be able to actually put the car on the ground. Got a whole bunch of interior parts showing up, and the dashboard's here. A bunch of the wiring's already in, so the interior's starting to come together, and we got the fender braces on. And a bunch of the stuff in the engine compartment's coming together. So we'll probably drop the engine in this week and start hooking all that stuff up now that the HVAC is in. And so yeah, this project is coming along pretty well. All right, everybody, that's it for this week on the Cyborg. I'm still waiting on parts for the Rabbit, so I haven't given up on that. But more parts are on the way for this car, and hopefully we'll have more good news on more cool parts, and you'll get to see more progress pretty rapidly on this thing. So that's all I've got for tonight. Until next time, get out there and work on something.